Welcome to the Dance to Learn YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Strong, and if you're new here, Dance to Learn is an all-inclusive membership for dance teachers who teach dance in the foundational years.
In today's video, I am sharing 4 different ways that you can create a curvy caterpillar using different props. And the goal of this video is to show you that you don't need to have the exact same props that I do to still create a conceptualized, thematic dance adventure that's educational and fun for your students. So with that, let's dive into today's video.
Hello, in this video I wanted to give you a couple different ways that you can build your caterpillar. Now, first off, I just want to say that you could absolutely just have one starting spot on one side of the room and an ending spot on this side and just crawl like a caterpillar. Sometimes we don't need all of the props to tell the story that we're trying to tell. Now, I like using props because it creates a multi-sensory experience for our dancers and it helps tell the story that we're trying to tell. It also just makes it a little bit more immersive. So the first example, I used my small poly spots and I just sort of created a curvy shape. I used green and yellow just to kind of make a longer caterpillar. And then I used a larger poly spot here at the end for the head of the caterpillar. And depending on what your dance concept is, let's say your dance concept today is teaching the dance concept of body shapes, and you want to be a curvy caterpillar, you could crawl along the curvy caterpillar. Maybe that's an option. Another option, maybe you want to explore tempo and the caterpillar moves slow, the butterfly moves at a moderate pace, and the bumblebee moves fast. If that's what you're exploring, maybe you do slow tiptoes across the curvy caterpillar. That's another option. Maybe you are exploring pathways and you can crawl down the curvy pathway. You could, well, I wouldn't march because march is more of an angular move. Maybe you put on curvy arms and you tiptoe down the curvy pathway. So think about what is the dance concept that you are exploring, and then you can explore your caterpillar in several ways. But this is one way that you can use the caterpillar. Let me show you the second way that you can build your caterpillar for this story dance pathway.
Unfortunately, my microphone did not pick up my sound for this video, but this is a second option to build your caterpillar. In this video, I used my balance domes and I just put them together, random colors, to create the curvy shape of the caterpillar. I used a hula hoop for the head and then a little poly spot for the eyes. And then I also grabbed these little magic wands, which we're going to use for his antenna at the top of the caterpillar head. And this one, again, for curvy pathways, you can tiptoe walk with curvy arms across the balance domes. For this particular lesson, we are doing body shapes. So we're going to curve to the floor and do a curvy caterpillar crawl across the balance domes. And then if you're exploring pathways, you could probably pick either one of those options. You could tiptoe walk with curvy arms down the curvy caterpillar, or you could do a curvy crawl down the caterpillar until you get to the top here. I'm just demonstrating what it would look like to tiptoe walk with those curvy arms to the top of your caterpillar. But this is another option for you to build and explore some movements and some dance concepts with this theme of the caterpillar. So in this version of our caterpillar, I am using my curve beam, which is a custom balance beam that you can put together to create different shapes. And this curve is one of the options for our caterpillar. This was our preferred choice for this lesson plan because I wanted my dancers to explore crawling based on all of the benefits. But if you don't have the curve beam, I know it's hard to find. It's generally out of stock. You can use the other options until it comes back into stock. And then, of course, I'm using my magic wand antenna again, and I'm going to put it at the top of my stepping stone. So the stepping stone is the head, and then the little magic wands are the antenna. And for this one, we can do a static balance. I like to do, you'll see in the final version of the full obstacle course that we're going to do a balance with 2 feet with curvy arms and then a cambray. So body shapes, we're going to create a curvy shape and crawl like a curvy caterpillar. If we are exploring tempo, maybe we stand and tiptoe walk nice and slow down the curvy caterpillar would be another option. And then the last option, if we are exploring pathways, we could explore either one of those movements, crawling or tiptoe walking nice and slow. And then ending with our static balance, 2 feet, curvy arms, and a cambray stretch forward. All right, this is the final way that you can build your caterpillar. Now, this is using the same curve beam pieces that I shared in the last video. And what I did was I just put them on their side, and these are 3 pieces, and then you can stand them up. You can have, your little ones might be able to crawl underneath the archway. If not, they can army crawl like I just somewhat demonstrated in the video. And then they can weave in and out. So come forward and then go back through the green, blue, and purple one. And then same thing at the end, they can do a nice static balance. But I think this way is fun to stand it up on its side. It makes it a little more three-dimensional. It's kind of a fun way to explore the theme of the caterpillar. And you could do a position concept. So we're crawling under the caterpillar, we're going through the caterpillar, and then we're going to stand on the caterpillar's head and do a balance. So just another way to explore a different dance concept with this version of our curvy caterpillar. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Here's just a little peek at the complete, we call them story dance pathways in the Dance to Learn curriculum. This is the complete pathway. We are dancing out the life cycle of a butterfly, and you can see our curvy caterpillar there with our curve beam, balance beam. But I wanted to share that you can get this complete lesson plan as a sample on the Dance to Learn website. So if you've never experienced our curriculum before, you can get a little peek at what's included and the ways and our methods and all of that. So I will link that sample dance adventure, we call them, in the description box down below. I also invite you to subscribe to our channel for more preschool dance teacher tips and advice and more creative ideas for you to include in your dance classes. Also, let me know in the comment down below which caterpillar was your favorite one. I also shared links to all of the props that I used to create the caterpillars. So if you do want to create one yourself. I listed all of those in the description box down below. And I would love to see your pictures of your caterpillars. What do you come up with? You can always tag me. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Dance to Learn, and tag us in your dance adventures so I can see how you are being creative in your preschool dance classes. Thanks so much for watching today. Again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Happy dance adventuring!